to split push, or if they're gonna have to simply play around vision to create picks before fight even breaks out. Because if they get engaged
through into playoffs, we'll find out here. Monty, why don't you take us through some of these picks? Because there's some interesting ones, especially over on WE.
Yeah, Shia's pick is interesting, but this actually was one of his most played champions in the last season. We had Rachel do some, take a look at some of these team compositions and these picks from these players. And so he's kind of reviving an old classic for himself and something he definitely should be comfortable on. And the backline assassination potential with the Graves is pretty intense.
A bit of damage exchange already in the early stages of this one. Lustboy and Mystic having a bit of a go at each other down on that bottom side of the map. We had the cool Aluka and Dyrus having a go at each other on the top side of the map. And, well, they're just having a little bit of fun before we get things started. Dyrus here might actually be in some kind of trouble. The Spirit is going to start coming up here, but we'll surely be able to just walk off. There we go. Flag will come down. Actually did land, and Dyrus is going to recall here.
The threat on this team, and Santorin coming in from behind.
This could be extremely interesting. What are they going to be able to do? Will they get in close enough? There we go, close in onto Shie, but he'll be able to walk away and was very patient.
Looking for a lane gank right now. Maybe a little bit difficult.
Especially because Dyrus has got flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that minion wave is pushed up here, which might actually be fairly obvious to Dyrus at this point. Half HP for him. Actually, Spirit did just hit level 6 there, thanks to those minions going down, and he's already pushed up. The question is, will they risk diving and Kennen with Flash still up under the tower? I don't think so.
Now, they may have been looking for a counter gank there, just seeing what they could do and bait Santorin up in the top by pushing that wave forward, but you know, they have no wards deep into the topside jungle, so this is risky.
They're still sticking around. Here comes Aluka. He finds the wall. Dyrus puts on his blue suede shoes. And he does flash away, but this might cost the tower.
Yeah, especially now that Diana's actually moved up onto this top side of the map. They've got 4 creeps there with them to help finish this one off, but Luca are actually just going to push out the wave. Meanwhile, TSM reacting finally to this, you know. Dyrus uses flash up top. Yes, they might lose a turret on the next wave or two, but they're going to take the first dragon of the game as well.
Yeah, I think that gank just had an extremely low chance of being successful. Late TP and out of the mid side too, so you take that summoner spell, don't use it very well to shove that mid wave. He's getting him in a little bit for free.
Oh, Bjergsen going for this one here. I think he might have got the damage as well. He will. His first blow for Bjergsen. 1 versus 1. This bottom lane might face a bit of pressure. Actually, a decent little turnaround. Wild Turtle will dodge out on the binding. Mystic super low from this one. Another rocket comes in. Turtle gets hit with the tower there as well. Super close stuff in the bottom lane.
And he's going to get caught by Aluka. Let's see if he survives.
Seems to be the case for now. He's hopped over to the wall. Sion's got the ability to run in. He's going to find nobody, but he does get the flash, so good trade. Reach that far around.
Coming charging down like that. Never want to get caught out bit, but as you said, Santorin not got that flash available for the coming moments. We are going to be seeing blue buff gifted over, and that bottom lane is dangerous. Wild Turtle will come through, an instant wild growth from Lustboy, but is it enough to save him? It's not now as the binding goes down, but Mystic will actually die here. Lustboy able to turn that one on its head and may just have the damage to finish off Morgana as well. Can he pull this one off? Chasing in as far as he possibly can, and gets the finish, and that'll be a double down bottom for Lustboy.
Yeah, cute little move right there coming in, but very good turnaround by Lustboy. Instantly reacted to with that wild growth, and again, the summoners helping out a little bit there, and she now coming in. Spirit looking like they want to dive the Kennen up in the top side.
No flash this time around, so timer should still be known by World Elite. They've got 3 members moving up. Tower is still alive. How long can Dyrus stay alive? He's going to stun them for a few seconds. It seems to be the tower that they want to focus down. Dyrus now in full retreat, but he's not going to make it out of this one. World Elite will get their second kill on the board as well as their first tower.
Yeah, but trading turret for turret right there, that was a pretty big investment for World Elite. Now, no real counterplay available on the map at the moment. And Yujie has
slightly in favor though of Alukan. Look at this from TSM. Bjergsen, Santorin and Lustboy sat there waiting for someone to make a move over. Will Shie go for those raptors? Well, slightly slightly unfortunate timing overall.
Definitely the case. But TSM actually trying to make use of the vision control they've had throughout the game. TSM have invaded and put deep wards multiple times. This time they tried to look for a gank. It didn't work out. We do see Spirit. He's found Lustboy. Lustboy's not going to make it out of this one. And unfortunately,
the timing window with this composition, where if WE can kind of ride out the Kennen stun, there's not going to be much left there as long as they can position properly. There's a ward.
Oh, and there's trap set up there. The Spirit's going to go down straight away, and this is going to be at least 2 kills here. Bjergsen gets the first one. We'll get the second one. Here come the rest of the team, and that's a lot of damage. Bjergsen shut down. There is Shie diving in, but Dyrus with his ultimate running. They should be able to finish off Aluka without losing any more men. This should be a 4 for 2 and will be in favor of TSM.
And Mystic just not there to set that one up. They didn't actually place the pink down in the ward, in the brush from TSM, but I think they're in such a power spike right now, it may be very dangerous for WE to fight.
Interesting to see that TSM had control of the Dragon off that fight, but didn't have the wards to invest in clearing it. Dragon's going low, but Shie's jumped onto Dyrus.
Dyrus has no ult.
Looks like Santorin wants to try steal this one, Joe.
Yeah, this could be close as well. We see that she actually fairly low. It will go over to WE, but how does the fight go? Aluka already low. Santorin and Bjergsen, though, will be getting locked up here, but Morgana goes down. Bjergsen bouncing in and around everyone using that death mark. A Wild Turtle has managed to pick himself up the triple there. They'll finish off the rest of them, and that is an ace for 2 here for TSM.
WE may have thought they had a little bit of a window right there with the ultimate down onto the Dyrus, but TSM is in a massive power spike on Zed and Corki as well. So this is exactly the wrong time for WE to go in there. They can push the lanes, maybe take out that mid side, but let's take a look at this one again. Kick up, Aluka has a trouble finding the target, misses his stun completely, but he does delay them long enough. However, he's already taken so much physical damage over the course of that fight. Lustboy comes in, great ult on himself right there to tie up the back line, and Turtle able to clean up that one right here. Before that really 5 dragon stacks comes into play.
Well, they are going to be pushing the mid lane for now, and actually with all 5 members, Wild Turtle will come across from this one. They've got Bjergsen down on the bottom lane there, but is he going to stick around for that one? Santorin and Lustboy are both coming up, but they're going to lose this inner turret. Dyrus actually diving right into the middle of them here, but is he going to fall? Actually, we'll get the Wild Growth to keep him alive. Will the Elite have got a couple of really, really low players in this one. Wild Turtle will now come around, a flash away from the Cataclysm as he goes down. This is a close fight, and we see already a couple of men dropping
Here
from each side.
Bjergsen.
Mystic going to be in trouble as well. Wild Turtle will be picked up, but now Bjergsen in there. Deathmark on Aluka. He will be finished off there as well. And that is 4 men down. Jarvan already back to base there.
That fight started as a 3v5, and TSM were able to combo their CC and their survivability so well. That was a great team fight for Team Solo Mid.
Yeah, but at the same time, if we look at WE, they really weren't all on the same page right there. Spirit, in fact, used his Cataclysm just to clog the choke and then flash back out. Half of them were committing, half of them were going back in, and Spirit has managed to make it out of that one.
Misplays from World Elite in terms of maybe communication. I think the substitutes shine through. There you go, Monty.
Yeah, right here. So you do see the Dyrus stun coming through. Good knock up at the end of that as well. But look at what they could have done right here. They try to back off. Now Spirit Cataclysms flashes out. Run right now. Bjergsen's coming in from the side, but Mystic and Aluka decide to go ahead and re-engage on that one, and Wild Turtle just escaping with a sliver of health. Mystic does manage to take him
team
out.
16 kills. It might not be Juggermore, but support Lulu is doing work. Oh, Santorin's going to get caught by the Dark Binding. He might go down here, Joe.
Yeah, Wild Growth, though, is a wonderful thing. However, there's not going to be a second one for Wild Turtle, who already used his Valkyrie, and he's down and out of this one. Dyrus will jump into the middle. Where is the Zhonya's? He gets the stun. Zhonya's will be used. Yushe is going to go down, and Dyrus will fall just after, and that leaves Bjergsen all on his own in the middle of the pack. He'll try and get off to the backside. Yushe not taking enough damage as Bjergsen jukes off onto his shadows. And I think he's managed to escape this one. We see there Santorin and Lustboy recalling on the top side of the map, and Bjergsen, I believe, is safe there.
His favor just a little, and you see TSM trying to set up the death bush again. It's not working out. They didn't find any targets, and now they're going to get encroached upon. Going to jump onto Xie, so that's an instant hourglass as the team fight erupts. World Elite, they're committing from behind.
Oh, are they going to pull this one off there? Dyrus once again right on top of at least 2 or 3 of them. Their Spirit down to half HP. He'll be the first target here, but look at the damage onto Bjergsen, onto Santorin, and there is Wild Turtle. He's still hammering away on the backside, but they're going to lose Dyrus. Santorin managing to mop up there in the end, and that is going to be a 4 for 2. Will they catch Aluka? I'm not sure they will. Santorin manages to follow through. They get the slow as well. If they get this kill, it's certainly going to take them all the way to the base. That tower is still alive though, so Aluka should be safe for now.
4 for 2. Wild Turtle carries on the chase, ignoring the tower for the time being. Santorin as well as Lustboy bring up the minion wave, and this will be a 2 for 4 team fight, but plus a tower. TSM come out ahead, but it was very, very scary.
But the gold lead isn't actually moving right here. It's been sitting at 4 to 5K. Now, Xie here does get a drop from Bjergsen and has to use his Zhonya's Hourglass immediately, which means it's not available to counteract the stun. Bit of a slow port in reaction from Aluka. Dyrus moving in order to get the 3-man. And this flank up here completely removes Mystic from the fight. Even though they're fighting over the speed shrine of WE, they don't allow them to move forward. And Lustboy gets that very nice exhaust, so it's an easy kill. And then it's just tanks left at the end.
Yeah, Aluka's actually been pretty well known for having some late teleports over in the LPL. And then, as you mentioned, a few seconds late to that team fight, had that big beefy front line, maybe been able to get to Mystic, could have worked out. But World Elite will secure their second turn, so if you can get some damage to back up that extreme tankiness, going to give World Elite even more threats in the extended team fights.
You can't bait Baron though when there's a ward on top of it.
That is words of wisdom. That is. I'm a bit surprised.
Oh, wow. They baited it anyway. Somehow World Elite walking into a trap here, and they lose 2 men instantly. There's the 3rd one. Aluka's not going to be able to walk away from this, and Diana back in base, and I said they're not going to be able to bait it out there. I'm not quite sure why WE committed to pushing through.
That was an incredible error on their part to be caught in a choke point like that when they had the necessary information. Not to mention, one of the big problems here too is that Mystic just hasn't even upgraded his trinket right now into a scrying orb. So there wasn't even a secondary way to check that brush. You have to have that orb at this point in the game.
And I think you have to ask the question, how is World Elite's communication? Why was it not discussed that maybe they're baiting, maybe TSM's trying to clear? Xie has gone in and he's just gone down. Where World Elite were trying to siege up, they had a numbers advantage. TSM opted to engage while being down in numbers. That's a risky call. And they took advantage of World Elite maybe not being on the same page, but it worked out. This could be a very scary team fight. Collateral damage has already been used, and TSM, they're the ones turning the engage back around.
Chipping in there, but it is Dyrus that makes the first big push right into the middle of the team, and half of them pretty much down to half health as the exhaust come in as well. Lustboy will fall down, but that may be the only casualty that they get here. Aluka is the next target. Santorin trying to stick to him. That is a current 1 for 4. Aluka did get away, but TSM might be able to push for the win.
Phenomenal target picking from Team Solo Mid. They are going to take out World Elite to pick up a fairly convincing win after some great decisions and movements around the map. Congratulations, Team Solo Mid.
Coming off that game too, I really...